Foodfight, a movie that flopped terribly. I mean, look at the footage on the screen. It looks like one of those crappy low-budget anime movies that went straight to DVD. Bruh. But I'm not here to judge this movie. Kinda. But I'm here to tell you the history behind this train wreck. So without further ado, I'm not trying to waste your time. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get right into it. The year was 1999. A man named Lawrence Casanova thought of an idea which would be Foodfight. But before we get into that, let me give you some context. Lawrence actually went by the nickname Larry, so we'll just call him that. Larry was the CEO of Threshold Studios, which resided in Santa Monica, California. Threshold made theme park rides and in the future LEGO projects. Around this time, movie company Pixar made Toy Story 2, which was a big hit just like the first one. Larry was heavily inspired by this movie and wanted to make his own Toy Story, so he came up with an idea. Instead of toys, it would be mascots from different brands like Mr. Clean. He worked with one of his employees, Joshua Wexler, on the project. They decided to put their plan to action by throwing a whopping $25 million into the project. They wanted to get this movie released by Christmas 2003, and they also wanted as many mascots as they could get into the movie. There is a very large cast for this movie, but here's the list I have. Hilary Duff as Sunshine Goodness, Charlie Sheen as Dex Dog Detective, Haley Duff as Sweet Cakes, Eva Longoria as Lady X, Wayne Brady as Daredevil Dan, and Christopher Lloyd as Mr. Clipboard. The movie was supposed to have a lineup of toys, food, and even a TV show called The Adventures of Dex Dog Detective. When making the movie, they didn't have a producer or director, so Larry decided to take that role. The main production began, but then at the end of 2002, all of the hard drives that had the movie's progress on it was stolen. The only footage we have of the original footage is the 2002 trailer. Larry thought about what to do and eventually decided to start back up in 2004 and had some new ideas for the film this time. Larry did things a little bit different as producer and director by saying something like, "Make this 30% better." In 2005, Lionsgate was interested by distributing the movie. When making this movie, production was not organized at all. They kept missing deadlines and it was a mess. Eventually, Foodfight was auctioned off for $2.5 million to Fireman's Fund. Fireman's Fund rushed the production and we got this piece of crap. It was released in 2013 to the US. I think the reason why this movie failed was the rush production and story. I feel like this movie could have been good, but it was just going deeper into being a fail. I think if this movie wasn't rushed and maybe the original concept was better, I think it could have done well. But that's pretty much it. This is the history and production history of this movie. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, this is a new May series. Thank you all for watching. See you later, and have a good one. Goodbye.